Hello everybody, welcome to the Canadian Edge. Time for another knife review. I hope you've been enjoying these reviews. If you have, please leave a like and a comment. Hit the subscribe button. Today we're going to be looking at another budget pocket folder. This is a Kershaw, and this is the Kershaw Atmos. And the Kershaw Atmos is a flipper opening knife. It has a blade length of 3 inches. Get that where you can see it. So you got a 3-inch blade. Open, it's 6.9 inches, and closed it is 4 inches. The steel on that is 8CR 13 MOV. So that's your budget steel. It's a decent steel, but it's considered a budget steel. And it is a drop point blade. The weight of this is 2 ounces, and that's because of the G10 handle with the carbon fiber overlay. Makes it quite light, and you can see it has open spine, and it also has the back spacer, which turns into a lanyard hole, so that you can put a lanyard on there. Sorry, put that so you can actually see it. And so yeah, the back spacer turns into a lanyard hole. And so yes, as I was saying, the handle is G10 with the carbon fiber overlay. Give you a view of that. And the pocket clip, it is reversible. So either left hand or right hand carry, tip up, and it is a deep carry, which is nice. I like the deep carry on the pocket clip. It's always a good thing. And tip up is always a good thing as well. So as I said, it is flipper opening. It is ambidextrous, due to the fact that it is flipper and you can change the pocket clip around. So either left-handed or right-handed use. It is a liner lock, so you've got your lock down there, push it closed, and you're good to go. Throw it in your pocket. It has the KVT, which is the Kershaw ball bearing pivot system in it, so it flips quite nicely. It's actually pretty smooth action on there. Pretty much drop down closing. Doesn't take much. As you can see, it's gonna make a liar out of me. It does fall pretty easy. So you do have the jimping on the back of the blade, which I'm a fan of. I like jimping. Give you that extra grip with your thumb. And I'll close that. And you also have jimping on the flipper tab as well. There is no blade play, which is nice on this. It doesn't have up or down or side to side blade play. So it fits quite nicely, and I hope you can see that. It lines up pretty much down the middle. It's pretty exact there. So these are quite nice knives. If you're familiar with the Kershaw line, we'll do a little bit of a size comparison here as well. They are very much like the Kershaw Fraxion. If you look at those two, a little bit of difference in the blade design, slight difference in the handle design, but they're very much alike. The Fraxion is a little less expensive, and it doesn't have the deep pocket clip on it, which I prefer. I like the deep pocket clip, but I really like the Fraxion as well. So you can see they're basically the same size knife. You do get slightly, well, no, it's the same length of blade on there. And then those of you who are familiar with the Ontario knife company, the Rat 2, you can see that they're all pretty much the same size. So yeah, it's not a big knife, but almost 7 inches, so it has size to do some stuff. Let's take a look at how sharp they come. So the 8CR, I've found it to be fairly sharp and quite good. As you can see, it cuts through the paper quite easily. Doesn't take much effort at all to go through that. Not really any effort. And we'll try my favorite, the old zap strap. I should do those up beforehand, but now with the Fraxion, it wanted to run up the blade, and it's going to do that on this knife too. But it does cut through there quite easily, so it does have a good sharp edge on it. We'll try these guys and see how it fares with these. No problem at all with that rope. And how about this? No problem at all. You could pull that back across the blade and it cuts. So as I say, these are a lot like the Fraxion. Very nice compact knives, super smooth opening. I like the way it opens up. It opens really nicely, and that was out of the box. I did put a little bit of lubricant on it, but it wasn't necessary. It opened out of the box pretty darn easily. And these are Sinkovic design. I think it's Sinkovic. Sorry for mispronouncing that. But yeah, so they're designed for Kershaw, and nice knives. They're very light. I like how the aesthetics are of it. You got a little bit of a swedge up on the top here, not much, but just a little bit to, I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, there you go in the light. A little bit of a swedge. You got a little bit of a sharpening choil there, so it makes it a little easier to sharpen. And the flipper acts as a bit of a finger guard, flipper tab when it's open. And they're actually not too bad ergonomically. They feel pretty good in the hand. You get a pretty good grip on these, and they fit in your pocket great because of the deep carry. It fits in there nicely, and because they're only 2 ounces, you'll barely notice you have it in your pocket. And when you put your hand in, you don't really notice it. There is the tab, flipper tab, that you could sometimes get caught on if you're not careful, but otherwise it's very lightweight, and as you can see, it's fairly sharp out of the box. So yeah, a nice little EDC. This would make a great everyday carry for somebody. A couple of the things that I'm not crazy about, and you've heard me talk about this before, is the carbon fiber does make it a little bit slippery, although with the finger groove that they've put in here and the jimping on the back, you do get a pretty good purchase. So even if your hand was wet with this knife, I think you would be okay. But the carbon fiber does make it slipperier, which is nice. When you reach into your pocket, you don't have anything to catch on because the carbon fiber is quite smooth. So But grip wise, I think you would be okay with this knife even with a wet hand, but it's still there's a lot more grippier knives out there that are easier to hang on to. And they do bevel the edges here for comfort as well. So it's a comfortable fit into the hand. They got a little bit of bevel on the top as well. But so they fit comfortably, but yeah, just that slipperiness. And also the exposed pocket clips or screws in the pocket clip. If you can see how those sit up. Oops, going the wrong way. Tilted back. There we go. They sit up, and so that's going to be wear and tear on your pocket. Would have been nice if they would have made those flush, and then you wouldn't have that extra wear and tear on the pocket. But again, not a deal breaker. They're good little knives. I would highly recommend them. They have the nice little screw over the top of the pivot screw to give it a little bit of more aesthetics, as opposed to the Fraxion, which is just a plain screw. So they did do a little more aesthetically with this knife in terms of that and the handle. But overall, yeah, they're nice knives. I would recommend them if you're looking for an inexpensive everyday carry knife. This would do the job. So that is the Kershaw Atmos. Check them out. You can find them at lots of different stores. Cabela's carries them. I'm sure most sporting goods stores carry them. Here in Canada, Warriors and Wonders also carries them, and so you can find those lots of different places. But that is the Kershaw Atmos. So I'll be doing another review in a couple days. Until then, you stay safe and stay sharp.